In the 1970s, when America was all disco lights and denim dreams, one man turned charm into a weapon. His name was Ted Bundy, handsome, polite, intelligent, and completely soulless. He wasn't the monster people expected. He didn't stalk in the shadows, he walked right into the light. He was the kind of man who'd open a door for you before he shut it forever. Ted Bundy was born in 1946, Vermont, raised thinking his mom was his sister and his grandparents were his parents. From the start, confusion shaped him, love twisted with lies. As a teenager, he was quiet, clever, and dangerously observant. He learned early how to mimic emotion, how to smile, how to act normal, how to fit in. But inside, there was nothing. No empathy, no guilt, just a cold curiosity about control and pain. By his 20s, Bundy looked like the perfect guy. Clean-cut, political volunteer, law student. He shook hands with governors, worked on campaigns, and even dated smart, confident women. But at night, his darkness whispered louder. Seattle, 1974. Young women were disappearing. College girls, bright and beautiful, gone without a trace. Witnesses described a man, tall, handsome, polite, often wearing a fake cast or arm sling. He'd ask for help loading something into his car, a beige Volkswagen Beetle. That car became the devil's carriage. Once they stepped inside, it was over. He'd knock them unconscious, bind them, and drive off into the dark forests of Washington or Oregon. There, he'd do things too brutal to repeat, before leaving nothing but silence behind. He returned to the scene sometimes just to look, sometimes even to touch, to relive what he called the moment of possession. That was his high. Bundy didn't just want to kill, he wanted to be admired. He studied how people trusted him, how they saw him as too good-looking to be dangerous. Reporters called him charming, but behind that charm was pure calculation. He changed his looks constantly, grew his hair, shaved it off, changed cars, cities, even states. Seattle, Utah, Colorado, Idaho, Florida, everywhere he went, bodies followed, and yet he blended in perfectly. He volunteered at hotlines, helped friends with their problems, and sat next to people crying about missing girls he had killed. That's how perfect his mask was. In 1975, Bundy was finally caught. A traffic stop gone wrong. Cops found handcuffs, ski masks, rope, and a crowbar in his car. But Ted, he acted calm, smooth, innocent. Just camping gear, he said with a smile. Even when arrested, he treated it like a game. He studied law and defended himself in court, using legal loopholes and confidence to buy time. Then he escaped. Twice. Once by jumping out of a courthouse window. Another time by cutting a hole in his prison ceiling and crawling out like a damn ghost. For months, he vanished. He was no longer Ted Bundy, law student. He was Ted Bundy, predator unleashed. In 1978, he resurfaced in Florida. The Chi Omega sorority house, a place of laughter and life, then turned into a nightmare. In one horrifying night, he attacked 4 women. 2 never woke up again. Hours later, he assaulted another young woman nearby. The brutality was beyond anything investigators had ever seen. When cops finally caught him, he looked relaxed, almost proud. In court, he smiled for the cameras, waved to fans, even proposed to a woman on live television. Women sent him love letters. Some said they didn't believe he did it. Others said they'd fix him. The world couldn't look away. And that's exactly what Bundy wanted. He craved attention more than he craved blood. His Florida trial became a media circus. Bundy was articulate, charming, and manipulative. He cross-examined witnesses himself, flirted with reporters, and turned murder into a performance. But behind the smirk, the evidence stacked up. Teeth marks, hair fibers, eyewitnesses. Finally, the jury saw through the act. The defendant, Theodore Robert Bundy, is sentenced to death. He didn't flinch. He just smiled, like it was all part of his plan. On death row, Bundy played games with the FBI, giving clues, half-truths, and lies, hoping to stall his execution. He confessed to killing over 30 women, though experts believe the real number could be over 100. He described his crimes with chilling calm, as if he was reading a grocery list. When asked why, he said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm just another empty shell of a person." But when the cameras rolled, he blamed everything: pornography, society, even his childhood. He never took full responsibility. He never could. January 24, 1989, Florida State Prison. Crowds gathered outside chanting, "Burn Bundy, burn." At 7:16 a.m., the switch was pulled. Smoke rose, lights flickered, and for the first time in years, there was silence. The charming monster was gone. Even after death, Ted Bundy left behind a haunting truth. Evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it wears a smile, speaks softly, and looks like the guy next door. He taught America one thing: that monsters aren't born in nightmares. They walk among us. They shake our hands. They hold our gaze. And sometimes, they even make us trust them. Ted Bundy wasn't a monster because he killed, the narrator whispers. He was a monster because he made people believe he couldn't.